Alright folks, it's Nikki from Nikki Supply Store and I'm back with another Plan With Me video for March. Since my last video I've added these cute Pipstick stickers to the cover of my journal just to jazz it up a little bit. This is the Midnight Meow set, and as always anything that I sell in the store I'll link in the comments below. I've popped all of my materials for today into this little glass jar and I'll go through everything that I'm using just so that you can see what it is. So my journal spread this month is going to be a kind of peachy palette, and I'm using this orange mild liner brush pen and one of my Crayola Supertips in like this peachy colour. I love these Mitsubishi Super Eraser pencil style erasers. You can sharpen them by peeling back the paper at the tip and they're super fun to use. Great for erasing small sections. A jelly roll number 10 for any white that I'm going to need to do for this spread. My trusty Palomino Blackwing Pearl. This has been on the go for such a long time. A Sarasa Clip gel pen. I've started using these recently and I love them. You can highlight over the top of them, which is really handy. Then for titles, I'm going to use this Pentel Food brush pen, which is a finer tipped brush pen, super handy for smaller sized titles and headers. My Sakura Quickie glue pen, I took this away with me and it was really handy. I might use this Pritt stick, I'm not sure if I'm going to need this yet, but I've got it on hand just in case. And that's everything, I think I'm good to get started. So I've used these little clampy clips just to keep my pages flat while I'm journaling. Oh, I also forgot to show you, I'm going to be using our Perfect Peach dot grid pad. We've got these in all different pastel colours, but this is going to tie in with the colour theme of my spreads and give it a little bit of texture. I've used these sticky notes just to help me lay out where I'm going to be putting each page so that I don't need to actually write on the page, and I can keep these from month to month and use them to help me lay out my next month's spread also. So for my March cover page I am gonna roughly tear the peach dot grid paper just to create like this little footer to go along the bottom of the page, and I am gonna stick this down using my Quickie glue pen. I'm really enjoying using this glue pen. I took it travelling with me this month and it's a really compact way to have a gluing tool in your pencil case without carrying like a Pritt stick or a big glue roller with you. I was using it to complete my travel journal and it was invaluable for sticking little bits and pieces in. I would really recommend it. Quite quick drying as well, which was another plus. I'm just going to go in with some scissors and trim this loose edge here. And now I'm going to get started on my header. So I'm just going to find roughly the middle spot vertically in the page and then mark out a little bold background stripe using the thick edge of the zebra mild liner. This is orange colour, and then using the Pentel Food, I really love this brush pen, I'm gonna letter March for my month's cover page. I'm going to go in with my Sarasa Clip gel pen and add 2022 underneath. Okay, so this definitely needs an extra decorative element and I don't have time for drawing this month, so I'm going to use a bit of washi tape. This is our school vibes washi tape. It's decorated with all manner of stationery items which I've drawn myself, and the colours are like this peachy, warm kind of palette, which I think is going to go really well with the rest of the spread. Okay, so I'm happy with that for my month cover page. Next up, I'm going to move on to my month overview. I want to continue the peach dot grid collaged piece on the other page, so I'm using the same sheet that I originally tore from so that it actually matches up with the piece on the left page, and just scoring gently along the bottom of the paper gives me a little guide for where to cut. And then I'm just going to go in and glue that down in the same way that I did with the other piece. While the glue dries on my collage at the bottom, I'm just going to take the time to sketch out where my month overview is going to go. I'm going to list every day of the month here, and there'll be space for me to write down tasks and things that I have to do over the course of March. Definitely recommend using pencil if you're not 100% sure where you're going to put things, because there's always a flexibility to erase it and shift it over a little bit before you commit to a layout with pen. Paintbrush is a good tip as well for getting rid of all of the little eraser crumbs. So now that I'm really sure where I want this header to go, I'm going to go in with my mild liner brush pen and add this thick border at the top, and then use the thin end of the marker to add the dates down the left hand side. I'll finish this off just by adding a box all the way around the outside, which means I'm going to have to extend that header a little bit as well. So I'll go back and add another box in to give me the space to get around those numbers on the left hand side. And I'm going to stick with the Pentel Feud for all of my headers in this spread. And this is my month overview, almost done. Last month I highlighted the weekends, and I'm going to do the same this month as well. First I'm going to need to actually add the days of the week though, so that I know where the weekends are, using my Sarasa Clip gel pen for this. And a Crayola Supertip in this light peachy tone for my weekends. I've run my own business now for many years and I find it quite difficult to separate work and leisure time because I do really enjoy my job, but having these actual defined weekend sections in my month does encourage me to take time off to rest and do something different. So these are really important to me. The fun column also super important. Alright, so next up, I've already made a start on my morning pages spreads, and I did this in January but not in February, and I did feel like I missed it. So this spread is going back into my March setup. I'm going to keep the theme nice and cohesive looking by continuing the use of the peach dot grid paper and the washi tape and the same colour of orange mild liner. Morning pages are a practice that is outlined in a book called The Artist's Way, and the whole idea behind it is that you write about whatever comes into your head first thing in the morning. And originally the practice states that you have to write for 3 full pages, but I always found it difficult to do that many pages, so instead of not doing it at all, I just do slightly less writing. And I've found that a double page spread, if I write quite small in small caps, for example, this will do me the whole month. I'll pop a link to more details about this practice in the comments, but basically the idea is you're supposed to empty your mind of things that are bothering you or are stressful in order to allow it to be free to be more creative. So hopefully this will work this month. Okie doke. So now I am going to create my week 1 and week 2 spreads, and this will be the place where I'm going to migrate all of my tasks from my month overview so that I can see them in detail and add any other tasks that I need to do on a daily basis. I'm just going to do weeks 1 and 2 today, but my week 3 and 4, and I think March has 5 weeks, are all going to be the same, so there's no point in me repeating them over and over again for the purpose of the video. Alright, so I've got my washi tape along the top, and then I'm going to go in with a pencil and just mark out exactly the width I need for my days of the week boxes. This is where all of my daily tasks are going to go. And this is a B5 journal, so there's quite a bit more space than you would get in an A5 dot grid journal, which I find really useful just because I ended up filling my daily boxes really quickly in my A5 journal and having to do like over spill pages to complete all of my daily tasks, so I love B5 for that reason. And I'm continuing the theme of the cursive headers using the Pentel Food brush pen just over this blocky orange background. I think that this brush pen is seriously underrated. I don't hear enough about them. It is my absolute favourite, and it comes in loads of different colours as well. Obviously black is my go-to, but I think there are 24 colours of this pen in total. So if you like a thinner nibbed brush tip, I would recommend this for sure. I also want to try a daily gratitude practice, and I've added a box in this section. So I have got some spaces to add some bullet points with things I feel grateful for at the end of each day. The only thing left to do is to add the date at the top right of each header bar, and I'm finished my first week. And with a wee bit of editing magic, I'm finished my second week as well. I also added these little coloured backgrounds for my checkboxes where I'll put all of my daily tasks using the peach coloured Crayola Supertip. Alright, so that's me all finished for March. My peachy stationery themed B5 bullet journal spread featuring morning pages for my daily journaling practice. You could easily switch up this and create your own version by using different header colours, different washi tape, a different colour of dot grid paper as your accent. Possibilities really are quite endless. As always, I'll pop links to all of the supplies that I've used in the description below, and if you've got any questions at all about this spread or journaling in general or morning pages, pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Thanks again for watching, folks. I will see you next time.